What are the difficulties that you're facing? Paul says when we look at our weaknesses, when we look at the thorns that are in our life, when we're looking at the difficulties, put all those on your spiritual resume. Not how often you read the Bible, that's a great thing to do, but don't boast about that. Not how often you pray, that's a great thing to do, but don't boast about that. Not how often you serve in kids ministry, that's a great thing to do, but don't boast about that. He's like, boast about how broken and messed up you are, because that's when God starts to move. You see, this is the great paradox of the Christian life. Our culture says strength comes from ability, it comes from achievement, but God says strength comes through when we acknowledge our weaknesses and we depend on Him. As I'm watching my 7-year-old son and my 4-year-old son try to build a fort, they're like putting stuff up and fighting, but still having fun, and then they go try to move the coffee table, and they can't move the coffee table. And eventually they're like, Dad, we need you to help move the coffee table. They realized some obstacle in their path was too much for them to do alone. Paul is painting this spiritual picture that in life, there are some spiritual coffee tables that we are not strong enough to move. There are some things in our path, some stuff in our way that we do not have the strength to move, that we don't have the strength to push back, but we have a God who can. And Paul is saying in our weaknesses, in our difficulties, that's when God shows up.